The Republican Civil War is going crazy. Roger Stone in one corner, Steve Bannon's employee in the other, because Steve Bannon is not man enough to fight for himself. But as everybody knows, Steve Bannon was all over those Epstein files. Not just all over them, but it was revealed that Steve Bannon was in the process of trying to make a documentary to rehabilitate Epstein's image. In fact, he was supposed to go to the island the day Epstein was arrested to start, working on this documentary about how awesome and great Epstein is. And of course, how all the abuse allegations, the trafficking, all that's total BS. So Steve Bannon was joined at the hip, essentially, with Jeff Epstein, and wanted the public to love Epstein again. So Bannon's neck deep in this crap. And conservatives are starting to, basically call for everybody to shun him. But Roger Stone, he has been brutal. He is still out there on social media, seemingly constantly, trying to get everybody to abandon Steve Bannon, which, for the record, is a mission that I do support. So for the first time ever, I find myself siding with Roger Stone. But as I said, Steve Bannon has an employee, the CFO of Bannon's War Room, a woman by the name of Grace Chong. Now, Bannon's not fighting for himself, so Grace Chong is the one coming out online fighting with Roger Stone. And yesterday, this thing reached a fevered pitch. Chong started to do all of these spam posts about Roger Stone. She posted nearly a dozen attacks, including photos mocking his appearance, saying his forehead's at a 40-degree angle, which honestly was kind of funny if you look at the photo. Asking who has the photo of Stone in a thong, accusing him of being involved in the Minnesota fraud scheme, and also calling him a drunk grandpa. And that's just a sampling of what Grace Chong was putting out there, again, because Steve Bannon is too much of a coward to go out there and fight his own battles, so he has his CFO doing it for him. She's earning her paycheck, I guess. And then Roger Stone fights back, and Stone slung his own fair share of mud, much of it through retweets of others' attacks on Bannon's. He objected to the DOJ's attempt to vacate Bannon's conviction. Reminded everyone that Bannon committed serious fraud that Trump had to pardon him for. And look, I'm all for attacking Steve Bannon and all of that, but Roger, do you not see the irony of you saying, this guy committed a crime and had to get a pardon for it? Really, Roger? Really? Of all the paths to go down, that's probably one you personally should avoid, so that you don't remind people that you also went to jail and had to get a Trump pardon. Okay? There's lots of things to go after Bannon for, and those of us who have not, broken the law or had to get a presidential pardon, we can go after him for that. You may want to steer clear of that, buddy. So this Republican Civil War, which is justified, by the way. I'm not even going to say man, these idiots are just fine. No, Bannon, through his ties to Epstein, is now everything the MAGA movement has claimed to hate for years. So I hope this is the end of his show. I hope this is the end of War Room. It needs to be. Other folks, in other parts of the world, of course, are basically having their lives destroyed for being in these Epstein files, as they should be. But so far, the folks here in the United States that are all over those files, nope, they're laughing all the way to the bank. And Steve Bannon is one of them. And so I hope MAGA continues to call him out for his role in that. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.